The wind cut through my dress as if it wanted to finish what everyone else had started. My post-divorce party hadn't even ended when I realized I didn't have a home left to return to. I drove to my parents' place because I needed a bed. Just one night, I thought. But the moment Dad opened the door, his eyes burned like judgment itself. You ruined your life. No hesitation, no warmth, just a verdict. My sister stepped behind him, arms crossed, lips curled. This isn't a shelter. And with that, the door clicked shut. Not slammed, clicked. Quiet cruelty, the kind that sinks deeper. I stood there for a full minute, breath trembling in the freezing air. Then I turned back to my car, numb fingers digging through the glove compartment. That's when I saw it. The only thing I hadn't thrown away after Grandma died, her old bank card. I kept it as a memory, nothing more. But tonight, desperation rewrites morals. I drove to the nearest ATM, intending to check if anything was left on it. Just enough for a room. The teller looked at the screen, froze, then whispered, "Ma'am, look at this." The balance lit up in bright numbers, 7 figures. Grandma had left it all untouched. For me. Or maybe for when I finally needed it. I didn't cry, not even then. Instead, a single thought surfaced. Quiet, sharp, lethal. Now I can finish what I started. I met Daniel 7 years ago in a bookstore. He reached for the same novel, laughed awkwardly, and said I could have it. He smelled like rain and kindness, and I believed him when he said he'd never hurt me. I should have known. People who talk about honesty the loudest usually hide the most. We built everything together: house, business, future, or so I thought. But looking back, the cracks were always there. His phone turned over when I entered the room, his sudden late nights, his distance masked as stress. Then came the message, one he meant to send to her. She's clueless. Tomorrow we make it official. I remember reading it twice, not because I couldn't accept it, but because I needed to memorize the exact moment my heart stopped. Her name was Mira, my sister's best friend. That was the sting. My own blood had known. But I didn't confront anyone that night. I didn't scream or break anything. I placed my phone face down and sat on the couch until dawn. I learned something about myself in that silence. I am dangerous when calm. Revenge isn't rage. Revenge is architecture. I collected everything: messages, transactions, emails. I found proof that Daniel had been moving money out of our joint accounts into a private one. He thought I'd crumble. He thought divorce would leave me begging. He forgot who I was before him. Grandma's granddaughter. The woman who learned quiet strength from the toughest person she knew. I hired a lawyer before he even drafted the divorce papers. I let him walk into court smiling, thinking he'd win. And then I watched his expression collapse as the judge read out the evidence I had prepared months in advance. The house? Mine. The business? Mine. His reputation? Shaking. Still, I knew it wasn't enough. Pain teaches precision, and I wasn't done. The final blow wasn't legal, it was personal. I discovered Mira wasn't just his affair partner. She was the reason he married me in the first place. A stepping stone, a placeholder, someone he thought would support him financially until he could upgrade. He underestimated how deep my patience runs and how cold it gets when it ends. So I sent her everything. Every message he sent another woman. Not just me, 3 others. Mira wasn't special. She was a seat warmer. Within days, she left him, took her family's investment out of his new startup, posted a cryptic message online that every one of his clients recognized instantly. Daniel didn't just fall, he unraveled. The night of my divorce party, he showed up outside the venue, eyes bloodshot, voice shaking, "Who took my place?" he demanded. "Who are you with now?" And I finally told him. "No one took your place," I said. "You were never in the position you think you lost." He blinked, confused. "You were a temporary chapter," I whispered. "The only permanent thing you did was teach me how to end a story." He staggered back like I had hit him. I didn't touch him. I didn't need to. Back at the ATM, staring at Grandma's last gift, I understood everything. Her silence wasn't absence. It was preparation. My family had shut their door. Daniel had tried to strip me of everything. But Grandma, she had left the world holding the door open for me. I walked out of the bank into the freezing air, but this time I didn't feel cold. Some people survive betrayal. I mastered it.